nothing. Welcome back to our cozy den of the digital world. I'm Redrumtac, your guide to the highs and lows of gaming. As I continue the quest to play 1,000 games, remember to like, subscribe, and join alongside me for more adventures. Today, we're reading in Doki Doki Literature Club. So, grab a cup of coffee and let's get to reading. Just beginning off, the game does provide a warning. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit warnings. That's always a great way to start a game. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. I agree. That I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. But the game's so cute! Look at how cute they all are! Just adorable! Oh, and we have a pink-haired girl. And we've got a blonde, a brunette, and raven-haired, I guess? So let's start a new game. Red! Yay! Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. I wonder who I am, and I wonder who Sayori is. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like what that means. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh, Sayori's the blonde? I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Am I a faceless player? Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. No, I wasn't thinking about ignoring you, Sayori. She said my name, Red. What? We're a couple or something. I guess people might assume that we're a couple? I don't know. That's a bit much, King. Whatever you say, Sayori, whatever you say, head pets. We cross the street together and make our way to school. The days of school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Yes, Sayori? No, I haven't decided on a club to join yet. A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I mean, maybe a video game club if they had one. And I haven't been looking either. Did I really say I would join a club this year? That doesn't sound like me. Did I? That's so funny. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Well, that's a bit mean. I never do that to my friends. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, but I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. 100%. That's 100% true. I don't have any socialization skills that I know of, Sayori. Aw, but it's good to have friends that care about your happiness, and if anyone doesn't, then be patient. Give yourself the time that you need to find a friend like that. Becoming a NEET in a few years? At one point, we're all NEETs now. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. You'll try a little? I can try for a friend. I guess I'll promise you that. Is that how we end up in the literature club? Because that would be... Why do I let myself get lectured like that? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. But that's what friends do. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. I mean, a lot of people do, don't they? Maybe not. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. What's that thing in the middle there? But after I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the class. Oh, that's a good friend, Sayori. Coming in, helping out, seeing me space out. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. I wonder if Sayori's picked up a club. And everyone does need encouragement from time to time, so that's very thoughtful. You know what? What's your club, Sayori? You're making me nervous. There is no way I'm going to your club. Okay, that's a funny character reaction. I kind of wish it lets you choose, you know, the responses, but that's okay. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. I wonder who the president is. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Are we talking about any literature? Or are we talking about just like fine literature? Why do you care so much anyways? I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring a new member. That's on you, Sayori. Although, I kind of feel bad when you say something and then you try to live up to it and it doesn't work out as you want. So don't make promises you can't keep, although they're with good intention. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's cunning as to have planned all of this out. I think airhead. She's too nice. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Ominous ominous words there. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. That's me! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. It's a pleasure meeting you, raven-haired girl. Sayori says nice things about me. Wait, I'm not a boy. What? I'm not a boy. What a nice surprise, but I'm not. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of cute girls. I mean, they are cute. I'll agree to that. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Oh, the pink one is called Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. That's very assuming. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and turns back towards the other girls. Always full of energy, she looks like she has the energy to just destroy me. Yuri, the smartest girl in the class, in the club. Yuri appears more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. It's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you know Monica? Okay, so Natsuki, Yuri, Monica, and Sayori. Those are some names to remember, and I'm not really great with names ever. At least the art is really interesting and dynamic. They have like different poses. And they're not just sitting there as like still figures. The most popular girl in class, basically completely out of my league. Out of all of our leagues. So having her smile feels a little... You too, Monica. Nice. So yeah, very dynamic poses, very interesting art style, and like cute backgrounds that kind of fit the theme and setting and everything. Because sometimes it's like really jarring to see like different style backgrounds and then cute anime art. So this kind of works well together. So as Sayori mentioned, it's been widened, so there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki marches back to the table, tray in hand. The cupcakes! Yes, I'm ready for cupcakes. Oh, wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. I've never done that! I've never made cupcakes that look like cats. Whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate used to make ears. So cute! I had No idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Oh, that's so sweet. I always loved when people bring baked goods or shared baked goods, because it takes a lot of energy, to just make anything. A cake, cupcakes, muffins. So very, very sweet. I turned the cupcake around in my fingers, looking at the best angle to take a bite. Very detailed description there, game. Very detailed. Can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. I recently just made icing. It's a lot of arm work. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? No? No, I don't. What? I thought you technically did. Sayori said... Oh, I guess Natsuki did make the cupcakes for whoever the newest member was. Dismiss the conversation. The music's so calming. I really wonder why they put that warning at the beginning there, because I'm not, does not seem at any reason to be there. She carefully places a teacup in front of us. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Yes, a hot cup of tea does help me enjoy a good book. So yeah, I wonder if this is like a fine literature class. Is this like horror literature? Fantasy? Are we gonna read Lord of the Rings in this class? Or in this club? I'm really curious to know what kind of literature they mean. Or is it just books in general? Biographies? Just anything? I've never really been part of a literature club, or a book club, but I have read a lot of books, so I'm not really sure which one works well. And what they do, and what they discuss, and what they read. I wonder if this game is really, reflective of that, or not? So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was dragged here by Sayori. I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... Oh, I kinda just wish she would, give me options to respond in, the way other visual novels do. Oh, Monica's the president? I thought Yuri was for some reason. But I'm not sure why I thought Yuri was the president. Oh, I guess because Monica's the popular one. They made her the president, or she was the one that came up with the idea? Around the major clubs? Is debate club a big club? And they get budgets? What? I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Aww. That was very heartwarming. Again, why did they put that warning at the beginning of the game? This so far seems like super wholesome and cute, and I don't really really know a lot about this game, other than people say that it is a horror game, but I'm not getting that vibe at all. So far, it's just a cute visual novel with no choices or options to make. And I've just been sitting here reading what's going on. So, yeah. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Oh, Monica. But it makes school events, festivals, much more important. Really grow this club before we graduate. Aww. That's very sweet. Very relatable. Like, whenever you want to start something new, it's a lot of growth and you have to try your best. And if you have support and friends, then even better. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must work really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. But what kind of literature? What kind of things do you like to read? I'm a variety reader. I read everything. I don't really have a good way of answering that. Well, I do. Although I also agree I haven't read a lot recently. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half jokingly. Natsuki's head perks up. I mean, I have been reading a lot of webtoons. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. I have been reading a lot of webtoons, and that does count as reading. I wonder if playing visual novels counts as reading. Is it literature if it's a visual novel? Should it be literature? I think it's literature even if it is a visual novel. It should be, right? My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. So, Lord of the Rings? Okay, Yuri likes Lord of the Rings. Just putting it down there. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is impressive. Okay, Yuri's a Tolkien fan, because Tolkien did some crazy stuff with their books, so... She seems reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but the way her eyes light up, that she finds her comfort in the worlds of books, not people. Everyone likes a lot of things here, relatable. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. How a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to throw you for a loop? Me. I'm so bad at guessing here any ending. I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Yep, that's me trying to relate at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Okay, so Tolkien and Stephen King reader right there. Okay, so we figured out what kind of reader Yuri is. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Natsuki hates horrors. I'm going with Monica's rom fantasy type, and Natsuki's a manga anime girl. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? She's the Uma girl! She's the My Little Pony girl. That's Natsuki. Probably reads My Little Pony and Archie and what else is cutesy? I can't think of any other cutesy books. My Little Pony. She reads the My Little Pony comic books. Your cupcakes, your poems. Aww. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Aww. So cute. Even cute when someone who says they're not cute. But yeah, I kind of wish I had some choices to make. I think it's impressive that you can write poems, Natsuki. Why don't you share them sometime? What? Don't be shy. We're friends. That's not true. If you want to share something, just share it, even if you're not confident about it. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Friendship? The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Is that true? You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Oh, if Yuri's also a writer, that'd be kind of impressive. I don't have the skills to write. I'm not very creative anymore. I don't know why. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Both very shy. Shy writers. Just like myself. We all sit in silence for a moment. What's the idea, Monica? What's the idea, Monica? Write a poem of our own? Aww. For Literature Club? We'll share them with each other? Do I get to write a poem? All I know is how to write a haiku, and I barely remember that. I don't even think I can write a haiku from the top of my head. And strengthen the bonds of the club. Oh, yeah. Monica, great idea, but I don't think I can write a poem either. No, great idea, but I don't think I can write a poem either, Monica. I think Yuri and Natsuki are the only ones. There's still one problem. Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Wait. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look at and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... Oh wow. How to disappoint four girls in 1 second. I'm defenseless against these girls. Oh, yeah. How to disappoint four women in 1 sentence or less. Go! That's exactly what the protagonist did here. If writing poems is the price I need to pay, then right, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. I feel like this is the moment that that should be announced, and that's when everything goes horribly wrong. You know, like at that moment, I knew I messed up. I guess they're excited to have a new member of the literature club. Natsuki, language! Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. End today's meeting on a good note. Yes, we can, Monica. I joined the club. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Absolutely, probably, yes. I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Me too. The girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. Sure, Sayori, sure. Sayori and I never walk home together because she always stayed after school for clubs. Might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending days after school in a literature club? Hopefully. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of the girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Don't we all hope for the same? And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club members will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Uncanny, climax, cheer, party, poof, peaceful, heart, calm, beauty, vivacious. Those are a lot of words that I'm not ready for anything. But let's go with peaceful. Vibrant wrath, parfait, meager, blanket, scars, silly, love, holiday, memories. I want to say memories, but silly. Let's do memories. Cage, sadness, fester, lust, pink, uncontrollable, lucky, depression, vitality, happiness. What are these options? I'm going to put in cage. Extreme, swimsuit, romance, determination, misery, hopeless, nature, aura, fireworks, sweet. What are these words? Romance. Bliss, alone, electricity, hair, together, skipping, sparkle, melancholy, dream, flower. Sparkle? Sparkle. Heaven sent. I'm gonna pick heaven sent, but infallible, family, clumsy cheeks, dazzle, warm, unstable, adventure. Sweets. Whistle, bunny, judgment, lollipop, waterfall, hope, candy, ribbon, raindrops, essence. Hope. Cry, flying fun, awesome smile, kiss, unending, daydream, lipstick, tears. Daydream. Graveyard, disoriented, jumpy, firefly, strawberry, rose, universe, games, embrace, headphones. It's a tie between strawberry and rose. Rose. Passion, time, nightgown, nibble, whisper, imagination, wonderful promise, precious shopping. My precious. Whirlwind philosophy, skirt, pout, insight, marriage, portrait, explode, shiny, peace. Peace. After image, puppy, secretive desire, eternity, despise, pain, vertigo, dance, grief. Oh, all of these are tough now. Eternity. Unrestrained, pure, dark, landscape, misfortune, color, effulgent, effulgent, rain cloud, disown, variance. I'm going with pure. Fantasy, spinning, Valentine, Starscape, kawaii, giggle, treasure, email, anger, rainbow. Starscape. Journey, sunset, beer, twirl, ocean, covet, bubbles, captive, play, jump. Journey. Fluffy, harpy, empty prayer, pleasure, music, frightening, summer, excitement, extraordinary, prayer. Melody, joy, ambient, tragedy, playground, entropy, contamination, sugar, infinite, shame. Infinite shame. Yep, that would be me, just infinite shame. Chocolate, bouncy, massacre, charm, vivid, agonizing, anxiety, amazing, mouth. Question, childhood, fickle, defeat, broken, loud, existence, tenacious, clouds, forgive. Broken. Hey. Unrequited, special sensation, disaster, incongruent, destiny, breathe, comfort, anime, socks. I want to pick socks. And what kind of poem did I come up with? Hi. I hope a good one. I'm kind of scared to see what my poem's about, and I'm really not ready for it. But I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. That was obvious. I was the last to come in and everyone else was hanging out. Well, of course. For my friend Sayori. Why wouldn't I keep my promise? Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. What? I deserve some slack. Please. Please, I deserve some slack. And last year too. I came here to read, and read is what I promised I'll be doing. Then you won't see the end of it? Manga collection in the club room? See, so Natsuki definitely reads webtoons, manga, My Little Pony comics, 100%. Manga is literature. Agreed. Agreed. I still wonder what Monica and Sayori's book types are. Something I recently watched said that you can tell a lot by a person's library and the books that they decide to keep and read. And I guess to a point that is right. Someone who keeps a lot of dark books tend to like the occult and horror. Someone who keeps a lot of history and biographies, someone who probably wants to be smart and knowledgeable. And someone who keeps a lot of manga is definitely an otaku weeb like we all are. I wonder if I become friends with everyone here. And I also still wonder what Sayori reads and Monica reads. I wonder if the game will give us any clues. And so far I guess my only options were picking the poem been a lot of reading. But for a game called Literature Club, I guess that was to be expected. Aww. What is it? What you got me? What is it? What is it though? I want to know. But what is it? I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Don't worry about it. That's very self-aware for anyone. I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gestures is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. That's a lot of self-awareness. I don't even think with my friends right now I'm that self-aware on every single occasion. Or like that level of high emotional intelligence. I want to be, but I didn't want you to feel left out. Well, that was considerate, Yuri. And picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. Very considerate. It's a short book, so it'll keep your attention. Talk about it afterwards? Yeah. That's always the best part of like reading things that other people have read is talking about the book. Always so fun, and that's how I feel like with video games. Like picking out and recommending video games to others is something that I definitely like doing. And I'm always enthusiastic when someone recommends a game to me and I know that I have it on my shelf or I want to play it soon. Aww. I wonder if it's poem time. I'm really curious to see how that poem came out, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is buried in a book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. And Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. What about the poems, though? What about the poems? I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related? Maybe read the book that Yuri gave? Yes, that was obvious. No? But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. Never too tired to read. Could probably fall asleep right now. Close my eyes and listen in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. Are they talking about the event? The school event, possibly? We can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. Okay, yes, the school event. It's what they're having a conversation. Literature sounds like it's for smarty pants. We need a way of showing that to everyone that it's not. Oh, Monica's such a good class president. Or club president. I know I've tried it myself and it takes someone really driven and hardworking to do. And someone who's good at like finishing things on their own, which is always the hardest. it's important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? Yes, agreed, Sayori. We can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Man, anguish hard. Do you think food will do it? Cupcakes. Hands down, cupcakes. And I'm saying cupcakes because confirmed Natsuki makes cupcakes. Oh, I'm kind of surprised. I'm really bad at like guessing things in games or like movies or books, like twists and stuff. Or like, you know, something that's so obvious to other people. I'm just like, oh my goodness, I never saw that coming. And my friends are always like, what? Really? It was so obvious. I'm surprised I'm doing so well with this game though. Like, figuring out that they were gonna do cupcakes. Very, very obvious. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. That is a very lucky skill set to have. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. Can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Whoa. Was not expecting that close up. I open my eyes to find Sayori in my face. Okay, thank you. The personal space, please. Personal space. What? It's your fault for sleeping like that? I didn't mean to. I know it's not the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? I stayed up late writing a poem, okay, Sayori? Cut me some slack. You're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. I know it's true. I know. Sometimes you gotta give stuff up to make your dreams come true. Or just learn and practice new things. It's what I do best. You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Oh no. Sayori, don't tell me you're an oversleeper. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? Sayori definitely reminds me a little bit of myself. I tend to sleep in, and oh, it's the worst when you want to sleep in, but you don't want to sleep in. And you end up sleeping in by mistake anyways. Always, I get it, Sayori. You were clearly in a rush this morning. That was me every morning. Now I take it a little bit calmer because I know when I wake up, or I know what time my body likes waking up now. And figuring that out is super important too if you don't want to sleep in. I'm really fall for that. There's more than just your hair. I mean, bow isn't straight. I didn't think her bow was supposed to be straight. There's a toothpaste stain on your collar. But no one would ever notice that. I agree, Sayori. No one's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. No, the polite thing is to tell someone about it. I mean, in privately though, you wouldn't yell it out across the room. Hey, you have a toothpaste stain on your collar. You would just walk up and say, hey, do you have a second? Just FYI. That's a polite way to do it. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Oh, now that's crossing the line. That is super mean. But you thank me later? I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. No. No. This is funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. No, I don't think it's weird. You'll make me feel weird about it. If you say something, yeah. I mean, aren't friends supposed to help each other out like that? Some boundaries though, but you want to help your friend out and make sure that they look nice. The button might come off? Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button. Oh, that's why. Does this thing even fit you properly? Probably not. It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What? What are you smiling about? Okay, that was obvious, but I wish I had that problem. All my clothes just fit me when I bought them. Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? Get a bigger blazer, Sayori. It's not worth it at all. Sayori unbuttons her blazer once more. All that work for nothing. All that fan service. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? I think, Sayori, you'll probably get a boyfriend. Why are you saying that like it's a good thing? If I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. No, because he would do things like that. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. No, what? No. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. It is kind of embarrassing. Although, I can't remember if there were any friends that you're that close with. That you would let them just get jealous. Like you'd let their boyfriend get that jealous of you just helping them out. Although I I guess Sayori also could have just buttoned up her own buttons, so this whole scene kinda fan servicey, but that's okay. It's for the literature. It's for the romance. This is a romantasy. I'm getting romantasy vibes. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aww. Wait, are we not gonna read our poems today? Why did I spend all that time writing the poem? Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we... Oh, see? The timing! I'm able to guess this game's timing so well and I don't know why. Or maybe this game was just designed for someone like me who is very gullible and dumb. And they just know how their player would think as they enjoyed reading this game. Yeah, I totally wrote a poem that doesn't suck, I swear. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I'm not ready though. I'm not ready. I wonder if any of the words come up. Because I remember I picked the word cage and rose. And heaven sent. And what other words did I pick? Peace? Hope? So yeah, I wonder if the game actually remembers my choices and uses those words, or if it's just... Who should I show my poem to first? Monica, Yuri, Natsuki, Sayori. I feel like Monica, because she's the one who came up with the idea, but Sayori's the friend, and Yuri and Natsuki is why we even started poems, so I might just... I really don't know. You know what, I'll just friend Sayori. Yeah, I'm most comfortable sharing with Sayori. That's 100% me. She's my good friend after all. Yep, I would have shared it with the person I consider my friend. It's... what? Aww. Supportive friends like that is one that everyone needs. You know, they just tell you that you're great, even if you didn't believe in yourself. Even if you think they're just overreacting when they're not. And you just tell yourself that you're not a good writer and that you had no idea what you're doing. But they just come back and tell you that it was great. Anyways, I hope you all have a friend like that, and if not, then I want to be that friend for you. I want to tell you that it's okay and that you'll do great. And that your writing or anything you put your mind to is going to come out wonderful as long as you have fun doing it. Or maybe you just need someone to say that they like it just because they know you, and that's it. Like this game kind of reminds you of. It's not just a poem, it's a red poem. I like my nickname in this game. I like how they actually use your name throughout the game. And it's not like they just leave it out. Because I've seen that in some games where they just call you them or hero or, you know, and they don't even say your name, so this was kind of cute that they have your name throughout the game. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Aww. I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. I mean, I did join a club. See? It's like I said before, Red. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Wow, that's very insightful. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. Aww. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Oh yeah, I guess it is, quote unquote, I'm a guy with 4 girls. One of them being my good friend, so I guess questionable, but I'm a girl with other girls, so not as weird. Or maybe it doesn't have to be as weird the other way around, but alright, I'm gonna hold you to it, okay? Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? I mean, I'm really bad at poems too, Sayori. I can't even do a haiku from the top of my head right now. Nothing about it. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That's probably how I would end my poem. I want breakfast. Oh, and there's our timer. Did you wait until the morning to write this? It's very obvious Sayori waited until the morning to write. And I feel like you can't just answer just a little bit to a yes and no question. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. I guess I don't even know the poem that I wrote, but I got to read Sayori's poem, so that's pretty cute. And I don't know what that horror warning was at the beginning of the game about anxiety and depression, because so far this game seems very, very wholesome, but from what I understand, this is the most deceptively horror game ever, and I guess you just have to find out and play some more to see if you're, if it's terrifying, as they say. So, with that, thank you, dear friends, for joining me in the fine world of Doki Doki Literature Club. If this video made you smile, please grace me with a like and consider subscribing for more adventures. And don't forget to follow on Insta, Twitch, all my socials for updates. And as we put our books down and prepare for the next gaming story, be kind to yourselves and remember, there's light even in the darkest of tales.